Hello! So in today's video, I'm going to share something different, right? I'm going to talk about Aegis Aurora, the shield. I'm going to talk about why is it so expensive and popular right now in this Sentinel Link. Okay, so to begin, we're just going to go through what is Aegis Aurora first. It is basically a champion kite shield and it has really high armor and energy shield, alright? Because of his first line of modifier, he has about 300 to 400% increased armor and energy shield that only applies to your local, which means only on the shield itself. It also gives 10% to all elemental resistance, which is really nice, and plus 5% to maximum cold resistance. That means you're going to have a max cap of 80 cold resistance. You're going to take lesser cold damage. It also buffs up the chance to block by 6%. So as you can see over here, there is 32% chance, alright? And then here comes the main part, which is to replenish energy shield by 2% of armor when you block. Okay, so this is the really awesome part about Aegis Aurora. For the last one, 10 to 20% increased elemental damage with attack skills. I am not exactly sure what are all of the skills, but I know one of them is Kinetic Blast. So if you're actually using Kinetic Blast, this shield can benefit from it as well. Okay, and on to the next part, I'm going to show you the price of Aegis Aurora over the days and leagues. So let's start off with Sentinel Link first. Alright, Sentinel Link is started off at 257C. So at the start of the league, it is about 80 to 100 chaos per exalt. And so it is, I would say it's about 3x, okay, just plus minus ish, 3x. And then it just steadily and slowly increase. It keeps increasing and increasing until it reaches about 1000 plus C. And I will say it is quite stable now. Alright, so now the price range is about 6 to 6.5 exalt. I think it's around there, alright. It is roughly around there. I am not sure. It is always fluctuating around within that range. So yes, it's about 6 to 6.5x or might be even 7x. Okay, and next over here, I'm going to show you actually how good the Aegis Aurora really is, alright. First up, we're going to do the maths, simple maths, which I've actually already calculated here. So if you have 30,000 armor, you will replenish 600 energy shield, alright. So 2% of 30,000 will give you 600. And then if you have 50,000 armor, basically you are going to replenish 1,000 energy shield. If you are playing an armor stacking build, alright, and let's say you have 500,000 armor, which I see most of the Ascendant builds, those that are playing the replica Dream Feather one, they actually have more than 500,000, some even 700,000, 900,000. I don't know how they get there, but it is there. Alright, they are replenishing at least 10,000 ES per hit. Alright, that is like instantly regenerating your life. Instantly. Like when you see your life probably go down to 100 and then you block something, suddenly you just zoom, go back up. I don't know how this works, but I think the feeling should be quite satisfying. Alright, so this is just a brief estimation. I will say most of the builds are around in between 30,000 armor, alright, so which means you replenish 600 ES, and if you cap your block, which is 75%, you're gonna block 3 times every 4 hits. So 3 times will mean you're gonna replenish about 1800 ES, right? So 30,000 armor actually is not hard to hit. If you think about it, you just need to run Determination, your Granite Flask with increased armor effect, probably Basalt Flask if you have space, and wearing this Aegis Aura already give you 1000 armor, alright? That is like, how do I count it? Two-third of Granite Flask. The base armor is already very high, so it's very easy to hit 30,000 with the rest of your armors, the rest of your equipments being the armor type. Okay, so it's really not hard. Oh yes, not to mention you have Defiance banner as well. They increase 10% armor. Okay, so there you can see over here. And then next up, I'm going to talk about, is there any alternative to Aegis Aura? Like when you start off, Aegis Aura is too expensive for you to afford. I'm not going to pay 7x for a low budget build. Like that's insane. It's not gonna help me by like 100% of my mapping efficiency or surviving it really well. So here is the alternative, which is, if you didn't know, any of the strength shield basically has the modifier of gaining life on block. Okay, so going down the list is the tiers. Of course, 86 to 100 will be a tier 1. You gain maximum 100 life gain when you block. Okay, so it's about 300 life, because 75% block chance, right? Every 3 hits you're gonna gain life, so just 100 times 3, so you get 300. Okay, and then this is just for low budget build. All right, it's really good for low budget build. What about another alternative? All right, so let me just move this up. Apologies, I don't have much space. Okay, so any Shaper shield actually has the modifier to recover life or EAS on block. As you can see over here, the modifiers, you recover 3 to 5% of energy shield or the life. There's only one modifier when you block. Okay, so I'm just going to give a very good example of an item that I found on POE trade. You can see that it recovers 5% of energy shield when you block. This is just an example. It's not a really good example. Okay, and the next thing we're going to talk about is the Aegis Aurora in this league. Why did it only shine in this league? Why not in the Arch Nemesis league? Right, as you have seen from the chart, in Arch Nemesis it was like 200, and then now it's like times 5 the amount of it. Okay, that is honestly really ridiculous in my point of view, and I couldn't find a really good answer to it other than being the league is really difficult. Okay, the league at the start, it was really hard with all the Arch Nemesis rare mods being very buffed up, and you basically need something that is really tanky, right? And that is why this shield offers that incentive. It has everything that you need to be tanky. Okay, if you are running like Melding Flash or whatever to increase your max cold resistance, that it doesn't matter, but the whole point is just to replenish the energy shield by 2% of armor when you block, right? That is why it is so good. And I don't know, maybe they will nerf it next league. I don't know how you nerf, maybe reduce it by 1%. If it's, I doubt it will reduce by 1%, but if it's really still as popular as it is, then there will be something that they'll do about it for sure. Okay, nonetheless, this league is really popular for the Aegis Aurora because I just see it as Arch Nemesis rare monsters are being very powerful and tanky, especially when you combine with the Sentinel, and there is not a lot of builds out there that can actually tank their damage, and that is where the Aegis Aurora comes in to help you survive all the madness of the Arch Nemesis rare monsters. Alright, okay, so if there's anything you want to comment, please leave it in the comment section below, and then I'll just see you in the next video. Bye! Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment anything in the section below or hop over to my Discord channel where casual players come over to chill, discuss more about the builds, gameplays, or even ask any other questions. Once again, if you like my contents, do remember to click the like and subscribe button. Bye!